So, my name is John Lewis. This is a video I'm making. NBA free agency starts today at 6 o'clock p.m. Normally it's July 1st, but they've decided to move it up, which is great in my opinion. But I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts on some of the free agency. Alright, first of all, it's being reported that Kemba Walker is most likely about to go to the Celtics. That would be a good pickup. He's a similar player to Kyrie Irving, but maybe he won't have all the drama. If you want to look at statistics stuff, maybe Kyrie's a little better if you look at efficiency and stuff, but it's just nitpicky type stuff. But he's a really good, solid player. Maybe he's not an elite player, but he's a good, solid player. They won't really fall off if they add him. Now, if they lose Horford, they'll fall off. They'll fall off a little bit. They'll be a few games worse. But adding him, that'll help. But if they didn't add anyone, if they lost both Kyrie and Horford and didn't add anyone, they probably would be less than 41 team. Probably missed the playoffs. Number two, I keep hearing reports that D'Angelo Russell might go to the Lakers. That would be a good fit. They could use another guard, and he can create his own shot, and he can shoot outside, which they could use more outside shooting. But he's a restricted free agent, so if the Nets match the offer, he'd have to go back there. Then he'd have to go back there. He was a good fit for the Nets, becoming his first ever All-Star, helping lead them to the playoffs. But they're nothing more than a first-round exit team. Now they're fairly young. Jared Allen's only in his second year, so they could get better, but I don't see them getting past the first round anytime soon. Maybe they'll get lucky and win a game or two in the playoffs, but that's about as much I can see. Then you have the most marquee free agent, Kevin Durant. If I were Kevin Durant, I would totally stay on the Warriors. If he can get back healthy and Klay Thompson get back healthy and they re-sign DeMarcus Cousins, they should be the favorites. I don't care who the Lakers add. They should be the favorites. That is a loaded starting lineup. Now you might be thinking, but I understand if he would leave. He can get max money either way, super max. And if he goes somewhere like New York or wherever, he has a chance to rack up numbers, just put up great numbers, maybe get back in the MVP conversation. And if he goes to the Knicks, he might make them a playoff team. Now, they're not a championship team with just him. Now, maybe if RJ Barrett plays to his full potential, but I wouldn't expect RJ Barrett to play to his full potential as a rookie year, but Kevin Durant will be out probably the whole season anyways this year. And I know you're thinking, how is Kevin Durant going to get a max contract coming off of a torn ACL, but yet DeMarcus Cousins would? Because DeMarcus Cousins, before he came to the Warriors, he was just racking up numbers on a bad team. What that means is he was only putting up good numbers because he was on a bad team. When you're on a bad team, you're going to have a higher usage rating, meaning they're going to use you more, you're going to get the ball more, you're going to get more shots, you're going to be the primary scorer, the offense and play calling is going to revolve around you. And he had never made the playoffs before he went to the Warriors with the Kings. And he made it one time with the Pelicans. Didn't even play in the playoffs because he was hurt. Plus, they had a loaded roster, so they probably couldn't have signed him for a ton of money. But I guarantee you they could have signed him for more than $5 million. But he was probably just wanted to sign that really quickly because he was just desperate to win some championships. And I think if they're healthy, he will get a championship. Next, you got Jimmy Butler. I think he'll go back to the 76ers. They have a good team, and they have the potential to win the East. And he was a pretty good fit for them. They could use somebody that could create their own shot. J.J. Redick's a catch-and-shoot guy. Ben Simmons, he's big. He can get to the basket, really athletic, can play off the ball a little bit. But he's more of just a driver, slasher, and pass-first point guard. Doesn't really shoot off the dribble or nothing like that. Has no mid-range, no jump shot whatsoever. But he could go to the Lakers, and that'd be a nice fit. He'd provide him with some more defense. But he's inconsistent from three-point land, and that's what they needed, some more three-point shooters. I'm okay if the Lakers don't sign a marquee free agent, and they just want to get really, really good role players, because they got to fix their backcourt. And you've got to have a better bench. I think their coaching will be better. It can't be much worse than what Luke Walton did. I don't know that that's the exact right coach, but I do like Jason Kidd as an assistant. He was okay as a head coach, but anytime you can get somebody that's a former head coach as an assistant, that's really good. Really good. And it's not like he had some bad years. He had some okay years. He wasn't all bad. He wasn't like Derek Fisher, who went straight from being a player to a coach. Then you've got Kawhi Leonard. I think he'll re-sign with the Raptors. I think you'd be crazy not to. I think they're the deepest team in the league. I think they've got the best bench. I think Pascal Siakam's got all-star potential. Kind of reminds me of Kyle Kuzma, maybe just a tad better. Can go inside and out. Long, pretty good defender. Not going to get a ton of block steals, but pretty good on defense. Long, athletic, can go inside out. Decent rebounder. Got good size, 6'9". Slightly undersized for a power forward. You'd rather than be 6'10", but I'm nitpicking here. Then you've got JJ Redick. I think he'll re-sign. I haven't really heard rumors about him going anywhere else. That's why I think he'll re-sign, and he was a really good fit because Ben Simmons is a pass-first point guard who likes to get to the basket and uses his size and athleticism, and then he's just a 6'4" catch-shoot. He's really good. He doesn't really good. There's a lot of catch-and-shoot players in the NBA like Kyle Korver, Danny Green, etc., but he's going to score you in the mid to high teens because he's just so good at getting open and so good at coming off screen. He doesn't even have to be completely set. Like, he can still be moving a little bit, gets to the foul line a decent amount. He's got a mid-range game, which some catch-and-shoot players just would rather just stick to threes, but I think he'll re-sign. He's a good fit for a lot of teams. I think Klay Thompson will re-sign with the Warriors. He's just a really good fit there. He's coming off an injury, so some people might not be willing to risk that. Then you got Al Horford. I think he's going to leave. I keep hearing reports he's going to leave. I've heard the Mavericks he might go to. I'm not sure where else. But I think he should go to a contender. I think the Spurs would be a really good fit. They're not a young team. They're an older team. You get to play under Greg Popovich. He's used to playing in a system that likes to move the ball and stuff. And he just would be a good fit. They could definitely use the center. Jakob Poeltl is not a quality starter, but he could be a decent backup. And you got DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, so he wouldn't have to be the guy. I don't know that there's any team where he would be the guy, but he could be a good fit. You might be looking at a 50-plus win team if he goes there, but that might not be more than a first-round exit. I keep hearing Mavericks. That'd be a really good front court with him, Luka Doncic, and Kristaps Porzingis. And then, who else? So, yeah, there you go. Nikola Vucevic. He's coming off of an all-star season. I think he shot a career high from three. Yes, there was a year where he shot better, but he only made 0.1 threes a game this season, so I'm not even going to count that season. But he's always been a double-digit rebounder, and this year he's a 20-point-per-game scorer, helped lead the Magic to the playoff. But if he resigns with the Magic, they're probably a playoff team. If he doesn't, they're probably not. The Heat or the Heat probably take their spot, or somebody random. Who knows? The Hawks have a lot of potential. You never know. Somebody random could take their place, just coming out of nowhere. But I just don't think the Magic have enough to be a playoff team without him. But yeah, there you go. Those are all the marquee free agents. I could talk about other free agents such as DeAndre Jordan and JaVale McGee, Julius Randle, etc. But those are kind of like the tier 2, tier 3 free agents. But this video's already gone on for almost 9 minutes. But anyways, that's my take on the free agency. Thanks so much. Comment and like the video. And if you want me to post more videos, please comment below. Thanks so much. Bye.